welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite science tutor, Professor Ernest. And in today's section, we shall be looking at a very vital aspect in chemistry, diffusion rates in gases. And I have here a simple question that will guide us through that. It says, which of these gases will have the highest rate of diffusion? We have oxygen gas, chlorine gas, hydrogen chloride gas, hydrogen sulfide, and carbon dioxide. Now, for us to answer this question, it will be good for us to have a good understanding of diffusion rates in gases. Now, first of all, what is diffusion? The word diffusion has to do with the movement. Diffusion is the movement of solids, the movement of solid particles, the movement of solids from a region of higher concentration, from a region of higher concentration to a lower concentration region, a lower concentration region. So that is what diffusion is all about. And based on the question that is given, there is a very vital, important law that we need to take note of. And that has to do with the Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion. It gives us a good understanding on how to handle problems like this. And what is the law saying? It is simply talking about the rate of diffusion of a gas, rate of diffusion, the rate of diffusion of a gas, the rate arrow is inversely proportional. It's of inverse proportionality to the square root of its molecular mass. Now, what it simply means mathematically, we have it as the rate of diffusion being inversely proportional to the square root of the molecular mass of the gases. So what it means is that when the rate of the gas increases, when rates increase, it means that the molecular mass will reduce. That is a good way to understand this. So if I have a gas that is having a lower molecular mass, it means that that gas will be the fastest to diffuse. That is a simple law that Graham is talking about. I repeat again. If I have a gas that diffuses faster, it means that the molecular weight will be less. Now, looking at the problem, let's go into the problem quickly so I can take this part. To solve this problem, I have oxygen gas O2, chlorine gas Cl2, hydrogen chloride gas HCl, hydrogen sulfide H2S, and CO2, carbon dioxide. Now, for each of these gases, first of all, the relative atomic masses for oxygen, we know it to be 16. Chlorine, relative atomic mass of chlorine, we know it to be 35.5. We have for hydrogen, hydrogen is 1. We have for sulfur is 32. And then, okay, for carbon, we have carbon to be 12. What other elements we have? We have for oxygen here 16, we have for chlorine 35.5, we have hydrogen 1, we have sulfur 32, we have carbon to be 12. Now these values are the relative atomic masses of these elements. So how do we go about it? So for the first gas, which is oxygen gas O2, oxygen is 16 and we have 2 of it, so 16 times 2 gives us 32. For the next one, we have chlorine gas Cl2. For chlorine, we have 35.5 and we have 2 of it, so times 2 gives us 71. The next gas we have is HCl. Hydrogen, we know it's to be 1 plus Chlorine here is 35.5. So plus 1, we have 36.5. The next gas we have is hydrogen sulfide, H2S. This is having 2 hydrogen and 1 sulfur, so it means 1 times 2 for hydrogen plus sulfur, which is 32. And that gives us 2 plus 32, which is 34 for H2S. And then finally, we have for CO2, carbon 4 oxide, carbon here is 12, plus oxygen is 16, and we have 2 of it. So that makes 12 plus 32, which is equal to 44. Now, at the end of the day, we are going to relate with the values, and that will give us a good understanding on the rate of diffusion of the gas. Now, the first one is 32, the second 71, 36.5 is the third, 34 the fourth, and then 44 the fifth. Now, we take a look at the values. The least value is 32. That is to say that oxygen gas O2 will diffuse faster because it has the least relative molecular mass amongst all of them. So, in other words, which of the gases will have the highest rate of diffusion? The highest rate of diffusion will be oxygen gas. In the exam, you could be asked which of the gases will have the lowest rate of diffusion. In this case, it's going to be the one with the highest. So, chlorine gas will diffuse slower. Oxygen gas will diffuse faster, while chlorine gas will diffuse slower. So, ultimately, the answer is oxygen. So, if you're new here, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell and like my videos.